It isn't easy to squeeze so much love into a tiny elevator, but for the Moore family,
she's in brain fitness.
The only way to go today is up.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Hi.
This Mother's Day, the roles are reversed.
There's Alyssa and Alyssa.
3 young daughters reintroducing themselves to their mom and to a life she doesn't seem to recognize.
You know, American. It's a good school.
Your alma mater.
She has 3 beautiful daughters that she will not be a part of their life. That, as a mom myself, is very hard to see.
Lori Moore was just 52 when she was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. She was a vice president at Microsoft.
She looks like a goddess.
2 years later, she is missing out on memories no mother should miss, like her daughter's senior prom last night.
Every day gets a lot more painful because every day is just a constant reminder of the moments that I won't have with my mom. Oh, Mommy.
Mother's Day brunch is more emotional than ever. A woman whose mind is fading, but whose heart remains strong.
We'll figure out how to get this stuff.
Here's this person who brought me into this world, and every single day a little bit of her is disappearing.
It's actually in her.
This will be a holiday Lori Moore will never remember. Her family hopes that in sharing her story, you will never forget it and the power this disease can have.
I really want to change the face of how people view Alzheimer's disease, that it can happen to young people. It does happen to young people, and it affects a young family.
In Seattle, Lindsay Cohen, KOMO 4 News. Of the tens of thousands of riders Metro Transit moves each day, few are greeted by a smile when they slobber on the seats.
She sits here just like a person does. She's a person, and all the bus drivers know her.
Meet Eclipse, a Black Lab Bull Mastiff mix who, like human riders, uses Seattle's buses to get around. She often roams the aisles of the D line looking for a seat and will hop up next to a stranger, which makes perfect sense for a dog who rides the bus alone.
She gets on and off by herself.
She was most concerned just about being able to see out the window.
It was almost unbelievable to local DJ Miles Montgomery.
And I thought, man, oh man, this is nuts.
He snapped a selfie with the dog after seeing her solo ride firsthand.
So the dog gets off at the stop at the dog park and gets off the bus. And I just look out the window and I'm like, did that just happen?
This dog didn't start out riding the bus alone by herself. Like most great things in this world, it happened on accident.
She's been urbanized, totally. She's a bus riding, sidewalk walking dog.
The dog actually belongs to owner Jeff Young, who says it started with constant trips together to the dog park in Belltown. Before getting on the bus by their apartment, Jeff would stop to smoke. If the bus was there before he was done, Eclipse would take off without him.
We get separated. She gets on the bus without me, and I catch up with her at the dog park.
A dog amidst humans, a canine among commuters, proving even public transit apparently has gone to the dog.
She makes everybody happy. Like, how can you not love this face?
In Seattle, Lindsay Cohen, KOMO 4 News. If there's a certain cycle to life, for 41 years it's been rolling through this Bellevue building.
Oh, you got 5. Excellent.
From childhood beginners.
But I'm a little bad at it, but it's really fun to skate.
To those who've made a career.
It's not what I did, it's what was created because this building was here.
This is the original ad back.
And like the pages of a newspaper, Bellevue Skate King is also about to fade away, closing its doors at the end of the month after all those first crushes, birthday parties, and even leaps of faith.
Well, you can't replace something that's been around for almost 41 years.
But after 4 decades, that building is showing its age.
That smell of the carpet when you walk in that everybody's kind of disgusted with is like one of my favorite things. It's just like a home feeling for me.
It'll find a new home as a Harley-Davidson dealership, replacing so many four-wheeled stories with two.
It's going to be like a dealership of some sort. Like, do we really need another dealership or do we really need a rink?
The skate team for today's 1 to 7 o'clock skating session.
So before the microphone goes silent, before the ticket booth grows dark,
2 blades, that'll be $18.
the rink remains open one final weekend.
So there's this one quote that I really like, which is, don't be sad because it's over, but smile because it happened.
The circle of life will keep spinning, just without these wheels.
That's going to be a really tough moment.
In Bellevue.
All right, have a great time.
Lindsay Cohen, Como 4 News. About 30 miles north of CenturyLink Field, there's no doubt you're still in Seahawks country. Just look for the Russell Wilson jerseys on both Russell and Wilson.
I'm Dr. Mara Russell. I'm Dr. Jennifer Wilson.
Call it coincidence. But about a month after the Seahawks' big Super Bowl win, Russell joined Wilson's chiropractic office in Everett. It also happened to be the year Dr. Wilson had added reason to put up the 12th man flag.
So it just kind of worked out pretty perfectly that Dr. Russell joined us this year, our 12th year in practice.
That's a practice now hard to miss. Large murals of the championship quarterback face the street out in front. Both Dr. Russell and Dr. Wilson get equal play. Inside the office, their namesake is, of course, front and center on the magazine rack, with other team spirit sprinkled throughout.
And so we kept the rings and we wore them after we consumed our cupcake.
Going beast mode was actually easy for Dr. Russell, a Northwest transplant. Surprising, considering her hometown.
I grew up in Wisconsin.
This weekend, they'll both be rooting against the team from Wisconsin, hoping perhaps afterwards they'll get a call from the man with the name that usually makes headlines.
And maybe now, I don't know. That would be amazing.
In Everett, Lindsay Cohen, Como 4 News. Swoop past this house in University Place and you'd probably have no idea. Hover over this sticker out front and it might reveal a clue.
We were disbanded.
But knock on the door, get to know the woman inside, and you might realize what a rarity she is.
I was just doing what I loved, and I was lucky.
Today is Dorothy Olson's 99th birthday.
Which one is you?
A feat in and of itself. But so is the other thing she's known for, the pinnacle she reached while getting here.
I just flew my pants off. I flew every chance I had.
Dorothy flew planes during World War II, one of just over 1,000 women Air Force service pilots who shuttled aircraft. They flew from factories to military bases before the bombers were sent to battlefields overseas.
I had a private license when the war broke out. I always wanted to be up in the air.
Old books reveal the miles she logged. Old stories uncover the barriers she broke.
You were reminded quite often about being a female and doing a man's job.
There are about 100 of these female pilots still alive today. Tomorrow, Dorothy will put on her uniform one more time for a birthday celebration at the Museum of Flight, honoring a woman who served, as she marks yet another milestone of soaring to new heights.
I flew every chance I got. I never turned down a flight because I just loved it.
In University Place, Lindsay Cohen, Como 4 News.